We're here in Rüsselsheim in Germany with Opel at the launch of the Opel Grandland. Now all electric, why we're featuring it on the channel. We would have had the Grandland X back in 2017, but this is a totally different beast. Isn't it grand? It's wider, taller, longer, and we'll get into some of the details. We're gonna have a look around the outside, the inside, and most importantly, take this beautiful car out for a drive in this impact copper. Let's get into it. I just wanted to pick this location with this autumnal leaves, beautiful against this impact copper. I think it's a great color. It comes in 6 different colors: a black, a white, a silver, a gray, a spectrum green, and this impact copper. I'll put some footage of that spectrum green up on it. It is the first Opel/Vauxhall on this new STLA platform. So this would have been the same underneath as the 3008 from Peugeot. It's Stellantis' cousin, and we will start to see more this size across the range. This is only going to come in 5-seater, not a 7-seater like some other options like the 5008. I think it looks great. I think they've done a great job in that styling and bringing Opel into a modern era. Ironic, and probably not ironic is the wrong word, it's probably apt that we're here in Rüsselsheim in Germany, because this has been designed in Germany, this has been engineered in Germany, and it's also going to be built in Germany with also European batteries coming next year. So as I said, it's longer, it's a little wider, and it has larger wheels than the outgoing Grandland. It is currently on 20s, and we're going to be getting them as 19s in Ireland with an optional another 18-inch extras, or sorry, addition if you wanted 18s, if you want super range and that comfort. So length of the Grandland, you're talking at 4,650 millimeters long. That's an increase of 173. Then compared to the outgoing Grandland, it's 1,933 millimeters wide. That's also wider than the current Grandland, and height then is 1665. It's 36 millimeters higher and 49 millimeters longer. The wheelbase is 2,795, so great use of space there. Starting off the front, you're going to start a lot to see these compass design language that you have going on in Opel at the moment. So you've got this central spine coming down, and then you've got this new 3D visor with this beautiful light setup. First time we're going to get an illuminated 3D blitz from Opel. And it is going to be the Griffin for Vauxhall for my viewers in the United Kingdom. And you can see it's got edge light technology, which means if you look down, it doesn't look like it's lit up at all. Very much like a fiber optic cable. The light is traveling along in one direction, not in the other. This one is fitted in with this beautiful IntelliLux headlights, and what that means is they have between the two of them over 50,000 pixels, and we're just after seeing a demonstration as to how that will work at nighttime and illuminating the bits that you want illuminated and also blacking out the bits that you don't want illuminated. As standard, it will come as LED, but this IntelliLux multi-pixel jobby is on the top GS trim. Going to come in 3 trims in Ireland, with a couple of different options that you want. We've got this no real venting going on here. It's just, it looks like it's a vent. You have drag coefficient of 0.28. Underneath that, you've got your 360-degree camera. You've got these beautiful plus symbols down here in the grille. You've got your parking sensors. You've got your intelligent radar, which is the Autobahn proof system that they have in Opel. Let's pop the bonnet and show you what's inside. There isn't a frunk, but we'll have a look anyway. It's a double pull. And then in underneath, yeah, you probably could get an aftermarket tray in there if you wanted to put your cables in here rather than having them in the expansive boot. But there is no frunk as standard. Moving down along the side, you have, as I said, 20s on this one. These are 235 50 20s, and this is going to be front-wheel drive to start off with. There will be an all-wheel drive version coming, and as I said, you can get these in 18s as an optional extra. 19s will come in as standard across all the trims in Ireland. We haven't gone with the 20s. Maybe there'll be an option moving forward. Beautiful. So you've got some beautiful creases here. So 1 or 2 or 3 creases depending on. So one there, you've got that gloss black around the wheel arches, so it wouldn't be an SUV. You've got some matte black here. You've got some gloss black on the wing mirrors. And then, very much like its Peugeot cousin, you don't have a visible weather strip, so it goes straight from door up to window. No chrome anywhere on this car. Top level trim will have that two-tone black roof, black A pillar, black B pillar, C, and then towards the end, you have that kink coming all the way up. Beautiful. Yeah, very nice. So some of those creases, you can see one starting at the bottom of the door here, and it just swoops along and then comes up. And then another one just at the top of the door here, swooping down across the charging port and down along the back. Yeah, gorgeous. So charging then, it's going to come in a couple of different battery sizes. Oh, is my car locked? And that's why it is. And so central locking. Let's see if that opens up. No, it's because it's on, I'd say. Let me turn it off. No, I'll tell you, I'll come back to charging at the end because I want to show you around the rest of the actual car and show you these gorgeous coast-to-coast lights. And this is going to be across every trim. Starting at the top, you've got that compass design again. You've got that high-level brake lamp. You've got a lovely big window wiper, that spoiler that comes out just to break that airflow. More aero designs on the side here, gloss black, parking sensors, 360-degree camera, and then that coast-to-coast edge light again, Opel or Vauxhall illuminated, depending on what country you're in. And then, yeah, very nice. Again, because there's no chrome, there's no badging on it, but what they've done is they've put the Grandland, actually embossed it into the metal itself. Let's pop open the boot. Oh, I didn't have it closed. Up we go. And then we have a fairly substantial boot. You can see there with luggage inside in it. So depending on, 550 litres with the seats up, and then 1,645 with the seats down. Let's lock down those seats so you can see what that looks like. Fairly flat. Can't knock them down from the boot. Easy enough to be knocked down, and it's a 40-20-40 jobby. And you can see from the rear there, fairly good. You can push that all the way up, and there's some storage in underneath then as well. And you can drop that seat floor down, so if you didn't want it flush, you can have that lower down. So you've got the ability to hold that parcel shelf up. You've got some shopping bag hooks, you've got your LED light, you've got your 12 volt. Great size boot. And so because it's not going to have a 7-seater option, it's super lots of space in the boot and lots of space in the rear for the passengers. Drove it for a bit this morning. We're going to be driving it a bit more after this, and then I'll do some video in it. And then it's a power tail lift on this top level trim. And locked. Okay, so let's have a seat in the back. I turn off that car now so I can show you the charging. And we're going to turn it off. Now, yes, 11 kilowatt is standard, 22 is optional. And depending on the battery size, the smaller battery, 73, will have a top DC charging of 160, and the larger battery, which is 82, will have a 150 kilowatt hour charging. Depending on, it's because of the battery chemistry, large charging flap there. 20 to 80% in 30 minutes is what they're saying. So decent enough. And then there's going to be a larger battery, a 97 kilowatt hour, and that's going to have a WLTP of 700 kilometers. The two batteries here, I'll have to get my notes out to give you the exact information. So it's a 73 kilowatt hour battery, giving you 525 kilometers, and an 82 kilowatt hour battery net, giving you 585 kilometers. So in the rear, you're getting 20 millimeters more legroom than we did in, let's turn that back on again so I can operate the rear window so you can see how far down they go. And then they go down nearly all the way, not quite. This one has the upgraded sound system. It's got durable plastic on the top, a kind of suede stitched in here. Got your Stellantis switchgear and your door handle, and then a decent sized door pocket. Not a bad lip to get in. You've got your zipped Isofix 2 on either side. Got 3 headrests, fairly wide car. And then, as I said, this seat was set for me. So let's have a look at feet. Can go in underneath. Knees, there's a nice cutout there. And then headroom, just one centimetre, just with that sunroof. And this one does have that sunroof with the blind and the ability to open it as well. You have heated seats either side, and then some pockets in underneath with some USB chargers and a 12 volt underneath it as well. Yeah, great space back here. And then you also have your armrest with your 2 cup holders and your tablet phone holder, and the ability, if you want, pull this little tab at the top here, you can knock that down and have access to the boot. Super practical. Then in the front, lovely door closing on it. There's great sealing and noise. So you've got memory, you've got your lumbar support, everything electrically adjusted. This has the split seat, and so that your coccyx or your tailbone, and it's just for longer journeys. So Opel are always very good with the likes of that. So a couple of key things that you'll know about Opel: really good headlights, really good seats, build quality, etc. So the focal sound system that you can see up here. Vent on the actual door rather than when it comes through there. You've got your ability to adjust the head-up display, you've got retractable wing mirrors, and you have the ability to change and update it. And then we have the head-up display. These chaps outside here are keeping an eye on my car. And you've got that compass steering wheel. Probably the one thing I don't like about it is these buttons there, because they're a single piece. Just wouldn't be my favorite touch point on the car. You've got stalks on the left, lights, and then on the right you have your wipers. You've got regenerative braking paddles, 3 stages. The 3rd stage is the one that I was going to activate the actual brake lights. We talked about the head-up display already. Over my left knee then is the ability to open the boot, coin holder. You've got your start-stop button, centre locking, hazard lights, physical knobs, and etc. for the climate control, some shortcuts. So you've got your settings, you've got your home. This is based on a Snapdragon system, and on the top trim it's a 16-inch wide screen. On the standard trim it's going to be a 10-inch wide screen. It's a 10-inch wide driver display, and you've got those physical volume buttons as well, on, off, and your climate controls, etc, etc. This little widget on the side here is what they're saying is going to be for the passengers, so they can control the radio, so that's why it's over this side. You've got climate control also on the screen, as well as having them down here. This is what they're calling the Pixel box, so the ability to have your phone holder, there's a wireless charging, and so when you put your phone in, when it's parked, it's visible, there's a light inside there, but when you close it over and you start driving, that opaques out, but you can still see that it's charging. And there's space in underneath here as well. Excuse me, sneezing on camera. You've got your Stellantis switchgear, your park, reverse, neutral. You've got your drive modes with your eco, comfort and sport, your electronic handbrake, and then you can see here you've got your movable, take the key out, you can have it as a single cup holder, double cup holder, you can split them out as well. Practical, smart. You've got your glove box, decent side on a left-hand drive car. Hopefully that's the case in the right-hand drive as well. And you've got your ambient light, 7 different colours that you can choose from. Kind of carbon fibre effect here. Yeah, the fit, the finish, the feel. You have your Isofix points in the front as well, so 3 in total. And then you've got a cool storage, great size, little pocket there. Headroom for the driver, 6'2", 188 centimetres. Yeah, no problem there. So that's the interior. Any other notes that I have forgotten about before we take it out for a drive? 36 litres of internal storage. Prices in Germany coming in around that mid-40s, so I'd be thinking that's where it's going to sit. The electric motor is 157 kilowatt, giving you 213 horsepower, 345 newton meters of torque, top speed, WLTP. We're going to talk about my efficiency. We're going to go for another drive for an hour, etc., etc. So some good stuff there. Let me know in the comments if you thought about this, if it's on your list, what else you're looking at. Obviously Model Y is right up against it, but if you didn't want Tesla, there's Scenic, there's 3008, there's a lot of stuff in this space. Ford Explorer, etc., etc., etc. ID4, ID5. So let's take it out for a drive. Nevo Electric Vehicle Show is back in partnership with Bank of Ireland. The show's second instalment will take place in the RDS Simmons Court on the 10th of November 2024. Building on the sold-out success of the previous show, this will be Ireland's largest ever motor show. Experience all things e-mobility with over 30 manufacturer brands displaying over 80 electric vehicles, the latest in charging and energy solutions, engaging discussions with industry experts, exhilarating test drive experiences and captivating live vehicle demonstrations. Visit Nevo.ie today to learn more and register for your free ticket. What's it like driving the Opel Grandland? Super smooth. This has the frequency dampening suspension, so yes, we're on the Autobahn, but even the drive over from the airport and on the way now, there are some bumps and lumps in the road. It's got the Autobahn proof adaptive cruise control as well, so straight line, 3 drive modes, comfort, sport and normal, eco actually. Quietness, and I remember having this with the Mokka, how quiet it was. Now this is the top trim with the focal sound system, and you do have double planed, but the ceiling around the cabin, super quiet. Seats, super comfortable and nice and bolstered, and you can adjust them each side individually, and it has that coccyx tailbone space in the middle. I'm looking forward to doing a coast to coast in this car. So yeah, so far so good. Head-up display is nice and wide as well, and I'm using the built-in satellite navigation. Super clear, super crisp. That headlight unit, there are videos online if you're interested in seeing exactly what that the capability of that IntelliLux headlight is. But the fact that it can pinpoint out vehicles in front of you or vehicles coming towards you. It also has a sign recognition, so you don't get glared back from the actual sign themselves. Because that's sometimes with super bright headlights, you're actually getting glare as a driver, and that's not very good either. Steering feel is good. It's on the 20-inch wheels, but as I said, we're going to get 19s as standard in Ireland, and the option of 18-inch if you really want it for the extended range and the smoother, comfortable, more comfortable ride. Brakes are good. You don't have one-pedal driving. You do have 3-stage regenerative braking, and you have regenerative braking. And only on the highest level is it going to engage the brake light, so just be conscious of that. Let's put ourselves into sport, and everything tightens up. There's 100 kilometers an hour, super quiet. Visibility is great, good sized door mirrors, blind spot as well, and good visibility out the back as well. Satellite navigation is fun to talking to me. I really like that 16-inch infotainment screen. As much as I prefer portrait in the Peugeot E3008, I actually like this version better. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just the layout. Overall, it's a lovely drive. It's a 157 kilowatt motor giving you 213 horsepower, 345 newton meters of torque. So plenty able in this front wheel drive version. Unrestricted Autobahn now. Let's cut on the cruise control and the adaptive lane keeping. 130 kilometers an hour. 130 kilometers an hour. And I'm just talking away to you there. Very good. Top speed in the Grandland of 170 kilometers an hour, which you're going to get in the likes of the Autobahn, and 0 to 100 in 9 seconds. Now, it's not a speed demon. It's not that kind of, it's a family SUV. I'm interested in the all-wheel drive version and whether you get it in Ireland, if there's an appetite for it. I know in certain countries they do like. The Grandland has the capability of towing as well, 1500 kgs. Not great for a battery electric vehicle, with regards to the range achieved on something towing, but great to have that capability for shorter runs, etc. Efficiency in the Grandland, after about 100 kilometers, I'm getting 18 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. So it's a large SUV, a lot of Autobahn today, so you'll be hoping to get that down with a lot more urban driving to 15, I would say. But again, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. So when I get it back in Ireland, I live with it for a week. I do urban, I do motorway, you'll know all about it. Hopefully you've enjoyed that review. First look outside, inside, and then taking it for a drive of the all-new Grandland. I think they've done a great job. A lot of competition in this space. 3008, it's sibling in Stellantis, and then you also have the potential C5 coming down along the line from Citroën. But then you've got Scenic, you've got Explorer, Volkswagen ID4, etc., etc. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Lots of content coming over the next coming weeks. Share, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, I know the video that's going to pop up next, you're going to enjoy it too.